Welcome to this week's edition of Pitstop with me, Jaco van der Merwe. I'm joined by Charles Bosch. We have some very excited news this week in the form of the possibility of a half-ton bakkie maybe coming to South Africa. And in this instance, it's none other than Volkswagen VW. It can get really complicated in preparation for this podcast. I was doing some brainstorming with Charles. So in order, I don't think it's necessary for Charles, but for me and probably many out there, not to get confused with anything, I'm going to put Charles on the spot here and ask sweet little short questions. Not more than 3 to 5 word answers, just to try and unbreak it. So, Charles, yes or no, they're building a VW bakkie other than the Amarok?
Yes, they are building it.
Where are they building this?
Argentina.
Have they started?
Not yet.
Has it got a name?
Not yet. Only got a concept name so far.
On which platform is it riding?
Polo platform.
Platform.
MQB.
So then you would be able to sort of gauge the size of this bakkie.
Yeah.
Double cab?
Yes, double
cab only.
Yes.
Petrol, diesel, automatic, manual?
At the moment, probably petrol only, hybridized petrol engine, TSI petrol engine.
Anything telling us it might be coming to South Africa?
Well, yes. So,
Not too many words. When is it coming to South Africa?
not confirmed yet. Maybe 2026.
Maybe 2026.
It will be entering production in Brazil.
Okay, before we start going into the nitty-gritty here, VW did have a half-tonner here.
Yes.
It was called the Caddy.
Yep, the original Caddy.
Until early 2000s.
Yeah, then it was
now
replaced
the
by
little
the
van
Combi.
is called the Caddy.
Yes.
But obviously that Caddy, like the Mark 1 Golf, is still very popular. All the lowered suspensions and all the kit they add to it, like the Dubfest recently.
Yes.
We just had it on show. So yeah, to put you out of your misery and say more than 3 words at once, but not more than 20, I
That's
think.
so difficult, honestly, for me.
Okay, just tell us, where did this concept started? It's a bit overdue, I understand.
It's long overdue, so it was unveiled in 2018 at the Sao Paulo Motor Show. And as we all know, VW is a huge player in Brazil. So it was launched.
Sorry, speaking of Brazil, they have a little bakkie there, which is a single cab.
Yeah.
More like our traditional old half-ton. It's called the Saveiro.
Yes, it is.
And they still have it.
They still have it. It's been on sale there for over a decade. It was at one point thought, well, we were lobbying, everybody was lobbying Volkswagen to bring the Saveiro to South Africa. It's not going to be available because it's right-hand drive only. It was, left-hand drive. It was never made for right-hand drive markets, so that's not coming.
Yeah, because every time I know we've asked the VW people on record, they said, we must give a guarantee of selling over 2,000 a
Yes.
month for them to justify a right-hand drive.
Yes.
Not happening.
No,
Okay.
and also it was never available with a diesel engine because vehicles of that size in Brazil or in certain other South American countries, they're not allowed with diesel engines. It's either fuel or a flex fuel, which is a combination of petrol and bioethanol. So that's what the vehicles run on, no diesel, and that together with the fact that it was no right-hand drive was one of the main reasons the Saveiro, or Saveiro, however you pronounce it, was never made available outside South America.
So how do things come about now for this? It hasn't got an official name yet, but for all practical purposes, we can call it the Tarok.
Yeah, that's its concept name. So it was called the Tarok. It was shown at the 2018 Sao Paulo Motor Show as a view of what the Saveiro's replacement would look like. It was then called a world model, so left-hand drive, right-hand drive. It was even shown with a turbo diesel engine, a 2-liter TDI. Then a lot of stuff happened. The pandemic happened. Then there was contradictory reports. Is it going to happen? Then VW said no. Then another one said yes. Then Volkswagen America wanted in with the whole thing. That fell apart. And then it was going to be originally, then approval was given. Then there was a discussion, where is it going to be built? Then it came out, it was going to be made in Argentina. So just for a quick reference, the previous generation Amarok is not sold in South America or in Argentina. They still get the previous generation Amarok. That's going to continue with production at this facility. I'm not going to try and pronounce the facility's name. So that's going to continue to be in production. There's a facelift coming very soon. We've seen it. So then it eventually transpired, nope, the factory is going to be only producing the Amarok and the Tahoe, which is a T-Cross style small SUV for South American market. And production of this Tarok is now going to be taking place in Brazil, one of the biggest VW plants in Brazil. The name has not been confirmed yet. We don't know if it's going to be called Tarok or not. It's going to be a double cab only. Whether it's still going to be with a diesel engine, we don't know. It's going to have the 1.5 litre TSI engine with a hybrid system, a micro hybrid, they're calling it, and it forms part of a massive investment of Volkswagen. 16 billion reals. I'm not going to try and don't know how much that is in rands, but this Tarok project is worth 3 billion reals, which is the equivalent of 9 billion rand. And as things go, it will probably enter production in 2026.
Okay, so this is also a complicated part. Just tone it down as much as you can. This somehow fits into this mystery SUV that VW plans to build in Kariga next to the Polo and the Polo Vivo.
Yes.
And you said that Martina Bina, the South African VW boss, has spoken about the whole thing.
Yes.
So how does this bakkie now tie into the mystery SUV?
So Martina was on record with a publication, Engineering News, if I can give the name. They had a long interview with Martina earlier this year, and they asked her about this mystery third model, which we know is going to be an SUV that's going to be built alongside Polo and Polo Vivo. Martina then said that there was the possibility of that being a bakkie that will be produced. So this mystery SUV that will enter production in 2027, I believe, next to the Polo and the Polo Vivo, that uses the same platform. It's the same MQB platform, which will be renamed MQB Entry. And this mystery SUV will form part of a partnership with Volkswagen in Brazil and to an extent in India. So Volkswagen's subsidiary Skoda has already started teasing this SUV that will be unveiled in India probably next year as a Skoda. It will then be made available as a Volkswagen. Volkswagen and Skoda have got two SUVs in India. One's called the Taycan, I think it is, which is basically an Indian version of the T-Cross. Then there's a Skoda version as well. So
So all of this is part of a larger global strategy.
It's all part of it. The bakkie will then probably be based on the same MQB platform.
Which will make sense.
It will absolutely make sense. The fact that it's going to Brazil, that it'll be made there, and with the whole sharing thing with the mystery SUV that's now been confirmed
and
for South
India
Africa,
coming into
and the
play.
bakkie coming here, it all looks to be playing out that this bakkie might eventually be coming to South Africa.
Okay, just on in the sense of rivals, we're always talking about bakkies rivaling who's rivaling who. This you can see from the picture that this is a very attractive bakkie.
It is.
And it's not necessarily a workhorse, it's more like a double cab leisure bakkie.
It's a more lifestyle vehicle.
Yes, a mountain bike, surfboard, whatever on the back. And it looks to me a lot, if we can guess, we've discussed it earlier, that Toyota Corolla Cross bakkie, and almost like the Renault Oro, which is a double cab lifestyle, and it's not a hard one-tonner. It's like a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle. The concept, the Tarok concept, had this incredible split tailgate thing. It actually, when you press the button or whatever, the firewall that separates the cab from the load bin would actually raise. So then you can fold the rear seats down. And the pictures that they had is you could actually fit an entire surfboard in the back with the tailgate open. It was, I'll speak under correction, it was over 2 meters, I think it was, that you could fit an entire thing at the back. So it had the foldable tailgate, retractable tailgate. So in terms of lifestyle, we all know that the Renault Baroque is dead very, very soon. It's going to be replaced by the... now I forgot the name completely, this new Renault that we were talking about.
Oh, it's sad that the Oro's gone because it was under consideration for South Africa.
Yes. Lifestyle vehicles of that nature are coming bigger and bigger in Brazil or in South America in general. There's the Fiat Strada, which is your more workhorse type vehicle. Then you have the step above that, the Fiat Toro. You have the Ford Maverick. Then you have the Chevrolet Montana, which we knew as the Chevrolet Utility. All of them have gravitated towards double cabs only, with the exception of the Strada, which is double and single cab. All of them have gravitated towards a lifestyle double cab segment without four-wheel drive, obviously. So This looks to be heading. The Renault Niagara was the one I was talking about that will eventually spawn a Nissan version. So it's more lifestyle vehicle. It's not going to be a hardcore worker. It looks good as a concept vehicle. We'll have to wait and see what the production version looks like. But yeah, the focus is away from your traditional half-ton, working half-tons to more lifestyle focus.
Excellent. If you made any sense of that, congratulations. I struggled
I apologize if I made it a bit difficult, but it is a very complicated set.
But I promise I'll send Charles back to the library in the dungeon downstairs and let him do some more research. And once we know more,
real fact.
As always, we'll bring you, we'll keep you up to date, bring you up to speed. That's it from us. If you like this podcast, please go and like it. You can share it. You can also decide to follow the Citizen News' YouTube channel. You can catch us every week. Thank you for listening this week. I'm Jaco van der Merwe. I was joined by Charles Bosch. Thank you.